Do you think we could get an AI voice for Ben?
I don't think there's any AI that could keep up with the strangeness that is Ben. You know, maybe most people don't know this, but the podcast began with just you and I. Because Ben never responded to text and never any desire to do anything anyway.
We did a few. I think we did like maybe 10 max. I don't know how many episodes we did before Ben. It wasn't 10, was it?
I thought it was maybe 4 or 5 before he actually joined up, because he was listening and he was like, "This is funny. I want to come too." Mm-hmm. We're like, "Okay, we'll see how you work out."
Did you know that you can take your phone, if you have an iPhone, and change your voice to Siri voice?
I can. I just updated, and it's asked me if I want to do that yet, and I just keep saying no.
I would like to hear. I haven't done it, but I want to hear my own voice. I want to try it. We could do that with Ben somehow.
Yeah, we're 3 brothers that run the Darwin Awards podcast, and Ben is our biggest issue. He's the only reason why we don't record every single week, and then he doesn't even show up when we wait for him anyway. It's just he's such a turd.
All those lovers of Ben. Now you know this is his fault. Okay,
we would put out content pretty much every week if it weren't for him. That's the spot. And then he doesn't even respond to texts or show up. Anyway, he's more important than we are, so we've got more to do.
He's busier than you are, for sure.
Really?
I know he's busier than me, but I don't know if he's busier than you. He's not. But
you know, having little kids does take a lot of your time.
No, it doesn't.
Having little kids and a very demanding wife, that takes a lot of your time.
Little kids after like 8 o'clock are no problem. We're gonna get to bed.
Well, that's if you're one of those parents that puts your kids to bed on time, you know.
Yeah.
There aren't many of those in our family.
Get into that. Hey, you know what? Everything's good though, because BYU's 9-0, so we're all happy. Lots of joy around here. We're all happy.
We're winning. There's so much winning going on. We're getting tired of winning.
So much winning. I told Mom this last night. We had a winning party we went to, because we're winning in everything right now. And I was like, Mom, I don't know if I can handle any more winning. This is the most winning I've ever had.
You know, I'm kind of concerned because there was no Gonzaga gear at that winning party.
There's a lot of Dodger gear in BYU. It's been great. It's been great. Well, Gonzaga has only played like 2 games.
All right, okay.
We don't know how they're winning yet. Wait, did they pull it out the other night?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they ended up winning by 8 or something.
They better be number 1 in the polls.
I think in some people's they are, but I don't think they are yet.
All right, let's move on to this podcast, Dave.
Okay, for those of you who are new, what we do is we bring people who died in recent weeks. We're not telling you old stories. These aren't famous people. They're just people that died doing some stupid things. We each bring different stories, then we decide we vote on who is like the dumbest person of all, the Darwin Award winner. We choose a king, and that's the end of the podcast.
This is the first time in a long time, Joe, that we're not even telling any stories we have. We're just going to hope the other person doesn't have it.
That's right. Adam and I have researched separately, as the 3 of us always do. We always research separately. And sometimes we discuss what stories we have, but tonight I'm going to bring a story that Adam has no awareness of.
I'm sure I have it.
Oh, really?
All my stories.
Do any of your stories that you have researched involve a Lamborghini?
No, I don't have that one. Okay.
It's Russian. Nobody ever searches Russian instead of me. Or wait, except for me.
Except for you.
This accident occurred just a few weeks ago on the 29th of October. So approximately 13 days ago. 12 days ago. 13, 14. In Russia. Now, there's a very well-known blogger.
Oh, who? I know many Russian bloggers. Which one?
Anatoly Podlepalin.
That guy. He's an amateur, man. He's not even...
Actually, I don't know who...
I can't even read his name.
I don't even know.
That's probably the guy who died.
No, he didn't die. The guy who died is a 22-year-old guy named Batirkan Yerezhanov. He was admitted to the hospital with serious injuries, subsequently died. The owner
drinking and driving. Is the story?
No. Okay, so this guy is a very well-known blogger who has a Lambo, and he's been getting approached by this 22-year-old for quite some time, saying, "Look, I want to borrow your Lamborghini because I'm going to do a stunt. I've been practicing it for a long time.
What?
And I want
Wait,
to do
first
it.
of all, are these two guys talking? Or is it a girl guy?
No, this is two guys. There's a 45-year-old guy with a Lambo, and this 22-year-old is saying, "I want to borrow it for this stunt that I'm going to do."
The stunt, I'm assuming, is like nothing extreme.
Can you guess what the stunt is? It killed him.
Just
I know you have an idea.
taking a sharp turn, and he's not going to get a jump.
It was on a racetrack. It was on a racetrack.
Break the record or something?
Took it on a
speed record?
He took it on a very serious racetrack, and he was supposed to jump over the moving car on the racetrack.
No. This is no one loans that type of car for that type of stunt.
Lambos are kind of low, right? You could look at one and think I could jump higher than this thing.
Oh, okay, wait. Oh, I'm confused at what happened. He's jumping over as a human being?
Yes.
Over? Oh, okay.
The Lambo's not jumping over anything. He's jumping over it as it's coming towards him.
Yeah, who else did that?
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant did that, right? Yeah.
That fake video.
Yeah, that's the one. Oh.
Yeah, so the driver of the Lamborghini was some guy, and the stunt being performed was he was supposed to jump over it, right? But he ended up ran over. During the stunt, an accident occurred. Yerzanov ended up under the wheels of the car.
How fast? How fast?
It doesn't say. I wanted to know.
You gotta be going pretty fast to jump completely over it.
I'm assuming if you go to a racetrack for this, then it's going to be really fast. That's the reason why you're doing it, right? What did your wife just serve to you? Did she just bring you food? She
made these pumpkin muffins with streusel on top.
Oh, my goodness. My wife hasn't brought me any food.
Whatever. It's not halftime yet. Oh, she almost put my water in a mason jar, but she didn't want to.
That's all. Adam's mocking me.
Okay, I'm thinking about this, Joe. Do you think they did a lot of practice runs where he stood on to the side of the cars that came by and jumped, and it's like, yeah, it's perfect timing.
Yeah, in one of the articles that I read two articles. One of the articles said that this guy had been saying, "I've been practicing, and I can do this." So I know that he's been practicing before. I don't know if that means he's just watching it go by and jumping, or if he's jumping over different kinds of cars. I don't know.
Can I talk about something real quick? Have you ever had something pop up on your screen that says somebody's trying to connect an audio device to your computer, like Bluetooth headphones, while you're recording?
Did that happen to you?
Just now.
Did your recording stop, Adam?
It looks paused by the look of it, but it has that pop-up window sitting there, right there. Do you want to use the device? This is an iPhone.
Say
if
no.
I say don't use, will it be still recording? I think we're still good.
Yeah, oof. The moment
had that happen before.
I hate this. This technology is so stupid. You hook up your freaking headphones to your computer one time, and every time somebody clicks the little headphone box open, it's like, "Oh, connect to the computer." Can we get this under control, Apple? That's so unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you're recording something. Okay, anyway.
Middle of something.
So, 22-year-old dies trying to jump over Lambo. Was there any? There had to have been footage.
Well, I've looked everywhere. I couldn't find any. I was dying to find footage.
Well, you don't do it for fun without footage.
I know, but they haven't posted anywhere. I'm sorry.
Wow.
The blogger. The one thing they have posted is the blogger. The blogger. Let me share my screen to show this to you. So this blogger has a very large, what do you call it?
Following?
Like a Telegram channel with a lot of people on it.
Okay.
And
So
this what you're seeing in front of you is a poll that he posted to his Telegram channel.
Jump, not jump.
Yeah, it's like
don't be an idiot.
should I loan this kid? It means should I loan this kid my Lamborghini?
He's like, I'm just gonna jump over it.
This guy has been bothering me to borrow this Lamborghini. He wants to jump over it. Should I loan it to him or not? And there's a bunch of people voting.
72. Does it say 7,295 votes? Is that what that is?
It looks like the winners say, "Yeah, go ahead and do it." I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All
right.
So impressive.
What do you think of the first? Okay, thank you. We've had that before, though, haven't we?
Similar things. More like I think we built a tower of toilet paper and they tried to go under it with a car type of thing.
I loved that one.
but I don't know if we've had jumping over a Lambo before.
Yeah.
You think if it, that timing's got to be so hard because you got to be going like 100 miles an hour to jump and not get hit by it.
Do you feel like you could do it?
No way.
Really?
I can't even jump over a garbage can, or I can't jump over anything.
Okay.
A chair?
You're 22. Could you feel like, oh, maybe I could time this right and do this?
No, I feel like if I was standing on top of toilet paper, yes, that'd be fine.
Okay, if you had something like a boost.
Yeah. I cannot see it happening. Or it would make me. He must have completely mistimed it to get run over. Like not even jumped in the air.
Yeah. How do you get run over?
If anything, you should be flipping off of it. But
yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, that's because he stumbled probably before the jump.
Yeah,
something.
he probably just. Yeah, that's exactly because the one that we had with the toilet paper. Remember, the guy fell off the tower before the car even got there, and then he got ran over.
Yeah. I like it. You never hear the successful Lambo jumping stories.
Yeah, I should look that up.
Yeah. All right, well, I did not have that one. Okay, let me ask you this one. Do you have any other stories involving cars?
Yes, I have one that's involving a van.
Okay, this one's not a van.
Okay. Okay.
This involves a 25-year-old man. It says their name. I got to figure out for sure. This is the Albanian news. It's Albania, I'm going to guess.
That's one that's one of the red states in the south, isn't it?
No, that's Alabama.
Oh, okay.
Albania is a different country altogether.
Oh, okay.
But they vote similar. They're very similar when they vote.
Okay. Albanians.
Okay, listen. According to the investigation that happened here, this has to do with a dispute between neighbors, which is always a great thing when you start this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long this has been going on. There's no backstory to it. They just jump right to the last thing they did to each other. So this man, 25-year-old man, was attempting to attach TNT to the bottom of his neighbor's car.
Oh my gosh. He's trying to bomb his neighbor?
Trying to blow up his neighbor's car. I don't know.
To the bottom of the car? Is that what it said? So he's like climbing underneath it like with duct tape?
He says he's trying to install TNT to mount to the vehicle of a Renato Capus. I don't know what that is. But
this is a very Wile E. Coyote thing to do.
Yes. After he came to this, after having a conflict between his neighbor, him and his neighbor. According to the preliminary investigations, it resulted in the young man died after the explosive exploded in his hand while trying to mount it to the car. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of details on this other than he died before anybody got there, and that was the end of the thing.
Interesting. Okay, so I'm imagining. Here's my excuse me. Hold on, let me get my cat out of here.
Cat? I didn't even know you still had a cat. Oh, you have 2 cats now. 2 kittens. That's right. Hey. Joe has some fascination with cats. He has to always sleep with the cat. Like, it has to be either on his chest or holding it. It's kind of strange. I've slept at his house a few times. And he was always like, I got to get my cat before I go to bed. And he brings it in his room. And always has to sit on him. A little strange. Hey, you're back.
What was that? What are you saying?
Talking about your cats, you know.
I took a moment to mention my wife that Adam's wife had brought him something delicious.
I just told her, I said, hey, can you whip me up some pumpkin muffins? And she said, yeah, sure. No, she's having a brunch tomorrow, so she's making muffins.
Oh, man, I want to have a brunch. Sounds good.
We could get together and do brunch, Joe, sometime.
Come on out here. Let's go golfing.
See, that's not brunch. That's golf.
Okay.
We wouldn't even eat.
Okay, back to your neighborly dispute. My guess is that it involved the car itself, that the guy's parking like in his spot or somewhere in front of his house, and he wants to get it out from in front of the house. So he's not trying to blow up his neighbor as much as he is trying to damage his vehicle. He's trying to blow up the car.
We won't know for sure. The title of the headline is Man Dies Trying to Put Explosives to a Car. This was on October 29th. Same as your story. and I wish I searched for other articles. This is the only one I found out of the Albanian news. So
Was he going to have like a long string and one of those like Acme pump things that like
he just a fishing string, and as soon as he drives away, it explodes. That'd be good.
Or was it going to be a remote? I mean, was he thinking?
Where did he get TNT? Where do you get TNT from?
I don't even know. Acme. Buy it from the company.
They call it TNT in here. I'm like, I don't even know where you get that. An old mine somewhere.
I don't know.
Well, so far we got some decent starters.
So did I ever tell you about the neighbor who parked in front, the person who parked in front of our house and we had a problem with? Did I ever tell you about this?
Which house?
This was the first house it was like we were renting it out in Washington, the very first house, a little tiny blue teal house. I don't think you ever came to it, but it was like a 2-bedroom little house. And we had a little single car driveway, and then it had just parking in front. Right? And so I used to be able to come home for lunch, and there was always this lady parked right in front of my house. And I found out that she worked across the street in the government building that was across the street. But they had their own employee parking lot. She just liked to park outside of the employee parking lot right in front of my house.
Did she have a nice car? Maybe
the car was fine, but when I come home from work, there'd be nowhere to park to go have my lunch with my family. So first thing we did was we put the garbage can right out there in that spot.
Oh, that works.
It didn't work because she hit it with her car and she pushed it.
Pushed it forward? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. And then I parked there one day. I was like, you know what, Katie, take me to work. I'll ride my bike, actually.
Wow, you were getting desperate.
Left the car there for days. She ended up parking and blocking our driveway, and we couldn't back our other car out.
What?
Yeah, she was really mad.
What is that, a burrito?
My son brought me some burritos. What the heck are these?
Oh, my gosh. Bean and cheese?
This is not. This is missing a... Thank you, son.
Let me guess. Your son wrapped some cheese in a tortilla and gave it to you.
Freaking Nutella in flour tortillas. not hot.
Ooh, it's almost the same as mine. It's just so close. Yeah. It's not even hot.
It's not hot. It's just like he just spread some Nutella on some flour tortillas.
It looks something.
Anyway, hold on. There's more to this, Adam. One day, the police officer showed up to our house. The lady called the police on us.
Wait. Back up, first of all. When she was parked in front of your driveway, what did you do? Call the police on her?
Yes. No. Yes, but she was gone. But thank you, son. Wow. Water. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Water and Nutella with flour tortillas. Sounds like a dream.
Yeah, this is great. It's been like 15 years or something, so I'm having a tough time remembering this, but... Yeah, okay, so somehow we had called the police. No, we didn't call the police. She called the police on us one day, so we were parked there or something. And the police came to our house, and my wife explained to her exactly what's happening. And what ended up happening is the police completely took our side, and because she worked across the street, the police went into her workplace, into her little cubicle.
Oh, wow, that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Washington.
Yeah, and chewed her out in front of her coworkers.
So she no longer could park there.
Yeah, it was a great vengeance story, really.
You know, we have a neighbor that frequently parks in front of our house. We have a really wide area, but he likes to park, like, he owns like 4 cars, and he owns only 2 people, and he can put 2 in his garage and 1 in his driveway. Anyways, he parks 2 of them in front of his house, 1 in front of our house, 1 in front of his house. It's not like directly in front, but it's, you know.
I know what you're talking about.
I look out my window and all I see is his trashy car right
trashy
there.
Truck right there. Yep.
You have 2 spots in front of your house.
Well,
you know so
what to
I
do.
did. Oh, I did. I adjusted my sprinkler so now it sprays a little that way, you know.
Oh, you did that. You didn't go the dynamite route. You just did your
No, I didn't jump to that yet. But one day, Becca was really mad at him and she parked our van when he left one day all the way to the corner, right to the edge of our property. So he couldn't fit his car there. I think he got the hint after that.
Because every time I've come, he's been more onto his own property. Because I'm able to park right there all the way up. And I don't...
Yep. So I think that gave him the hint. We didn't have to go in extreme measures.
That's surprising because I've seen him. He's crazy.
Oh, gosh. He might be on this podcast one day for something.
All right, let's take a quick break and then be back with Darwin Awards. Nominees.
Hey, eat this muffin right here. Wait.
How dare you listen to this podcast? They have stolen my dreams and my childhood with their empty words. If you pay the $5 for their archived and bonus content, you will only be reinforcing their capitalistic greed. This is all wrong. I shouldn't even be here. I should be back in school. People are suffering. People are dying. And the Darwin Awards podcast is profiting from it. All you can think about is how badly you want unlimited access to their content. You would sell your soul for $5. How dare you?
All right. Are we back yet? Okay, let's be back. Is it my turn? It's my turn, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's see if I can remember your
Story. It feels like so long ago.
The man who was attaching dynamite to the car.
That's right.
Or TNT, I guess.
That's right. You know what? I'm kind of getting excited to decorate for Christmas.
I have a confession.
You already did?
No. Well, you can see some garland behind me.
I do see. You are free. Dude, it's November 11th.
We didn't decorate for Christmas. We decorated for winter. There's nothing Christmassy. There's garland. Just greenery. That's it.
I don't like
just
this.
greenery. And I said, okay, I agree to that because it takes all day to put the stupid garland up everywhere. So that is here. But we're not allowed to decorate anything else till after Thanksgiving.
Okay. Well, anyway, okay. My story, next Darwin Awards story, comes out of Indonesia.
Oh, let me check mine. No, I think you're okay. Okay. No,
okay,
I'm good.
This happened at a wedding.
Ooh, someone got shot.
Nope. That's a good guess, though. We've had a few shootings at weddings. It's usually people shooting celebratory gunfire in the air, or some sort of ceremonial gun
that kills the spouse on accident. Yeah, that type of stuff.
Shoot the groom.
An accident.
No, this was a ceremonial, traditional Anggaru dance at a wedding.
Oh, yeah, they use fire. I've seen those.
No,
not that one.
No, not that one. This is a different one. They use daggers in this one.
What? For what?
For the dance.
Hold them in their mouths? What do they do?
They just wave it around. Wave around this dagger.
What I picture like some wavy little dagger.
You're right. I actually have video, and there is. It's like a little stick, like a wavy little stick.
Mm-hmm.
This man, he actually stabbed himself, and he died.
I assume that was the case.
As far as it being accidental, it seems like I didn't know, that he'd actually stabbed himself. I watched the whole video, and it wasn't until the end.
The old chest bump thing?
It was. It's the old chest bump, but it's a weird, interesting chest bump.
No.
Let me show you this video so that you can see, okay? I'll let you watch. Sorry for the listeners that can't watch.
You be the judge.
Yeah. I'll let you describe what you see happening here, okay?
Okay. I see a man kneeling, and he picked up the big dagger. It's like a foot long, man. That's like a knife. That's a sword.
But it looks like a stick.
Oh, he's doing a dance. Okay, so he's kind of he's not moving his body, he's kind of moving it all around. Oh, what the heck? What? Why is he so dumb? Did that just happen? Is that what he just did?
He put it to his chest and pounded on the end of it. And he's still going, though. He's dancing right now. He's still waving it around.
Is there supposed to be some metal plate he's supposed to hit with that thing? Because it didn't work.
Yeah, well, his pants are right now filling with blood.
Oh, he fell over. Oh, my gosh.
And
he just put the tip right in the middle of his chest and pounded on it like a hammer with his hand, and then he kept moving, doing his thing. Oh, my gosh. That was so
Yeah,
stupid.
he didn't make it. There he
goes.
No,
he's falling down and dying now. He's dead.
Yes.
Okay.
He put it...
That is strange.
He put it to his chest with one hand, and with the other hand, he pounded the end of it into his chest.
I didn't hear noise, but I assumed he was saying things as he was doing it.
Yeah, he looked like he was talking, saying some sort of
It
chant.
didn't really go with the slow movement of all the other actions, and then all of a sudden he put it in his chest and pounded 3 times.
Yeah.
That was uncalled for.
Let me read what the article says. The incident began when the groom was picked up at the bride's house, and he started doing the welcoming tradition in their customs. The incident, let's see. The victim used a dagger and pointed the sharp weapon at his chest. Allegedly, the dagger tip accidentally penetrated his chest. The victim immediately fell and was unconscious. It wasn't immediate, though. Like, he kept dancing for a little while.
He pretended like it didn't happen. He didn't want to be embarrassed. But, like, maybe he's not supposed to actually hit his chest with it, or he's supposed to have some kind of something under his clothing to protect it. I don't know, but it didn't work.
Did not work. It did not work, yeah.
He probably punctured a lung or something.
We've seen one. Remember a few years ago, the guy who was doing a dance, and he in the dance you were supposed to pound your chest, but he was holding a knife while he was doing it. And he just stabbed himself in the chest a bunch of times.
But he was drunk though. He didn't know what he was doing. This guy was just got that another pop up again. Do you want to use it? Don't use. Oh gosh. I hope everything's okay here.
I hope so
it's
too.
Okay.
I hope so too.
It wants to use my iPhone. Or something stupid. All right. Well, that was good. Also very dumb. 3 great dumb stories. Did I save best for last? We'll find out here. Do you have a story out of India, Joe?
No, I don't think I have any stories out of India.
This one happened Tuesday, November 5th, Election Day. Obviously, we know why India is killing themselves over here. Actually, we don't know. It is like
they're sad
probably,
about Trump.
It's probably the 4th or 5th. I don't know what day it is in India. All right. This 32-year-old man in India lost his life after accepting a dare by his friends.
Ooh, dares are always good.
I love dares. I'm afraid this is actually on Diwali, apparently, or part of Diwali. Is that this weekend? Did that happen?
Diwali, the Festival of Lights.
I thought you were going to do some Michael Scott.
That's what I was going to do.
Okay. Like,
it's time to celebrate Diwali.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The man reportedly sat on a box of fireworks.
Wait, hold on a second. I saw this story,
You think it's old?
No, this is a new story. The problem is, okay, dude, it said sitting on a box of crackers, and I was like, a box of crackers? I didn't even bother to read it. I just kept moving on to the next story.
Probably.
Oh, dang it.
How would you not look at that?
I don't know. I just saw a picture. I was like,
The man reportedly sat on a box of exploding fireworks at the urging of his 6 friends, to take a risky wager, daring him on the
while
on the 31st of October. It was already lit, a box of fireworks.
Sit on it.
This will be hilarious. Yeah. They might have been under the influence, it says. Just so you know. Well, he sat on it, and it wound up exploding.
Well, yeah, the pressure came from the top.
Him. They actually have video circulating, but I couldn't see the video. I didn't know if I.
What I saw, what made me click off was a picture of a guy sitting on a box in the middle of a driveway from like some sort of CCTV footage, and I assumed he's just gonna get run over by a car or something. So I moved on. I didn't even read.
Says a video of the incident now circulating widely on social media. It shows the fatal explosion with him collapsing to the ground after the fireworks went off. Yeah.
Wow.
It went to the hospital. Yeah. So that's great. I didn't know what the wager was. They don't have a great picture or anything of him, but sit on a box of fireworks. That's kind of newer. I haven't seen that one in a while.
That's a good story. Listen, we have 4 solid Darwin Awards, and we didn't even bring the plane propeller lady.
I know that was the number 1. I thought you were going to bring it.
None of us even brought that. For those of you who don't know, there's a big story about a lady who was a photographer, and she was photographing a plane or people coming off it or something, and she backed into one of the propellers and died as it was going. I have a great story. I'll tell it on the Patreon. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you this. Don't urinate on beehives.
Oh, what? Was it an accident? wasn't on purpose, was it?
I don't know. That's the only reason why I didn't bring it, because I couldn't tell if he'd done it on purpose or if it was.
I did see a guy who died from wasp, but I'm gonna put that in there. Do we take a vote on this?
Yeah, we got to vote.
We
got to vote. We have to make our arguments as Wendy would want us to do.
Do you want to do a recap of the four?
Yes, let's do a quick recap. All right, Darwin Award nominee number 1. Do I even have your story? I'm going to need a link to it.
Mine was the TNT, was the second story.
Darwin Award nominee number 1 was the guy trying to jump over a Lambo.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good, too.
Darwin Award nominee number 2 was the guy who was putting explosives on his neighbor's car. Mm. Darwin Award nominee number 3 was the guy who stabbed himself in the chest during a dance with a knife. And Darwin Award number 4 was the guy sitting on fireworks.
You know, when you wait a few weeks to do a podcast, you get a few good stories, you know.
All 4 of them are good. What are you leaning towards?
I don't know. We haven't had a jumping over a Lambo story. That one's pretty dang dumb because it's a stunt. And I wish there was for social media or something. But they did. I mean, your little article proved that he wanted to borrow the car. I like it because it's premeditated, where the dance with the knife, it's just kind of happened all of a sudden.
Same thing with the fireworks. You're drunk, they bet you jump on. But this guy had some time to think about it, which makes him even stupider, really. But does it make him not stupider because he practiced before? You know, so he worked it out.
He just didn't execute.
Yeah, this is like Evel Knievel. He's not really a Darwin Award. I mean, he's just a daring person who's trying to try something.
I think I'm agreeing with you. It's between the Lambo and just an idiot putting TNT on a neighbor's car. It didn't have a lot of details, which is sad, but most stupid. You vote first, Joe. You vote.
I feel too bad for the wedding guy to vote for him. The sitting on the fireworks that are going off might be the dumbest thing. The jumping over the Lambo is spicy. It's like
stupid. Dude, I would never. I think I'd rather sit on a box of fireworks than try and jump over a 100-mile-an-hour Lambo.
Okay.
Because you don't think you're going to die on the fireworks, but the Lambo, you could seriously die. You get hit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like that it's premeditated. I like they really... And there was no alcohol involved, as far as we can tell. I mean, they are Russian, but it doesn't say anything about...
Let's just not vote. Let's just leave it to the people to vote. I don't think we can come up with a solid... I can. Or you can if you want, but...
Okay.
You can predict what they're going to pick. What do you predict they're going to pick?
Jumping over the Lambo. Anything that says Lambo in it, people are going to click on that. They're going to vote. We didn't even look at what people voted on from the last episode. I should have clicked on that. Oh, yeah.
We had a poll.
We had our poll on the... Where do we put our polls?
Patreon? And on Spotify?
And on Spotify. We had a poll on Spotify. If you're listening on Spotify, just scroll down right now. There's a poll on it. I'll delete this extra.
You don't scroll down when you're in your car, Joe. When your car is playing Spotify. You know? Ever think about that?
Oh, this was nice. Somebody left a little comment on our thing. This is an amazing podcast. Why are you at 220 episodes and only 55 ratings? I'll tell you why, sir. I'll tell you why.
55 ratings on what?
On Spotify.
Oh, Spotify?
Because we never promote. We don't spend money promoting. We don't do anything to make our podcast any, like,
we did a funny billboard once. It was kind of fun.
Anything we do is a waste of money.
It really was.
We purchased a billboard.
Yeah.
Okay, so for last week's episode, it appears that everybody chose the... Oh, geez. Let me look.
I can't remember any of the story. Oh, I do remember. There was a train one. Remember that.
We had like a three-way tie last week, so...
Yeah, we couldn't.
Yeah, it's like swimming. Okay, we're not even going to go over it. But if you'd like to vote, you can vote on this one. We
won't report what you...
We will. You can, even if you're not a member of the Patreon, you can go on and vote on our Patreon. Or if you're listening on Spotify, you can scroll down and vote. All right? So we're not going to announce a winner this week, I guess.
Yeah. Well, we'll record a Patreon episode. I do have a story that involves a wife locking her husband in the house. And he died. Because he did something stupid.
Why did she lock him in the house?
I don't know. It doesn't really say why. I think it was over a dispute they had. Now, in India, I could see the husband locking the wife in the house. That's just standard. But, the other way around.
That's just standard.
Did you see the asphalt one?
I did see the asphalt one.
That was everywhere.
Yeah.
That was, yikes.
Did you see the one about the influencers that were refusing to wear life jackets because they didn't want to ruin their tans? Their tan lines?
No, I did not see that one. Tell me one of them passed away.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll talk about all those. If you are a subscribing patron, or if you pay for the premium on Apple Podcasts, like if you're on the Darwin Awards Plus on there, just keep listening. You'll hear us.
Joe, I was going to tell you, I went to Washington, D.C. last week. There were some strange people that walked the streets there. What would you imagine